Hey, this is Box Cutter back here with my seventh audio commentary slash FVOD, and this is gonna be a ZvZ on Python. Wow, okay, so I'm used to doing Python. This is gonna be a ZvZ on Othello, so this is gonna be completely different than all the other FVODs I've done so far. The majority of them were ZVPs on Python, so this is ZvZ finally on Othello, and I like Othello as a map because mainly it lets you do that strong Zerg style and get really big, but that's not what this is about. This is ZvZ. So to talk more about ZvZ, a lot of Zerg players have trouble with ZvZ. The reason they have trouble with ZvZ is because they don't mentally get themselves in the right mental state to be able to play ZvZ. ZvZ is about mainly you have to be thinking about whether you're going to be playing offensively or defensively, and that affects your build either way. So you need to be able to think about, do you want to absorb the attack, do you want to initiate the attack, do you want to be aggressive or defensive right from the get-go of the game. Just like your build order, you need to be thinking about what you're going to be doing. And I sent out my 9th drone scout. The reason I did that is because Othello is a fairly big map, and if he's cross-map positions, I'm not going to have excuse me, these cross-map positions, I'm not going to have scouting information on him for a fairly long time, so I want to see what he's trying to do. Me, I'm trying to take the economic advantage because this is Othello. It's a fairly big map, and he's not going to be able to get Zerglings to my base that quickly, even if he scouts this, which, okay, so I see he's going there. He went overpool into quick gas, so that means he's either trying to take, he's either trying to get speedlings out fairly quickly, or he's trying to go to layer tech fairly quickly. So we're doing the complete opposite here. He's trying to get the technological advantage, and I'm trying to get the economic advantage. And I feel like I'm in a better position to win the game here, but I do need to get my spawning pool up as quickly as I possibly can, because he did send his overlord in the right direction, so he's going to have scouting information on me quickly here in a second. I'm going to send my overlord down there to the 7 o'clock position to scout that base, and the reason I'm doing that is because sometimes in ZvZ scouting pretty much is non-existent, and so sometimes people will try to take advantage of that and get like a sneaky second gas, sneaky second base, and then you'll be sitting in your base wondering how he has, 15 mutas in your base off of one base gas. Well, he has a second base somewhere, and here I'm going to get my second gas because I don't want to be too behind as far as gas goes. And just sit here and defend against the Zergling attack that's going to be coming. Initially, when I started this game, I wanted to be more on the offensive, but my build has forced me to be in a defensive state of mind, so now I'm going to be worried more about defense than being aggressive, because that's just the position I'm in. So I'm going to try to get my Zerglings out into the choke, but I don't think they're going to make it because I saw Zerglings run across my overlord on the mini-map, so he's going to be at my base within a couple of seconds. So I'm going to try to get this sunken colony up, and this sunken colony placement is to defend both my hatcheries and my spawning pool. I could give up my gas right now, it's not that big of a deal. I just need to be able to defend my mining line and both my hatcheries. So he's trying to put up a sunken colony in my base, and what I'm trying to do here is delay until my sunken colony is up. And my sunken colony does go up, so now I'm going to use my Zerglings to screen for my sunken colony and just take this sunken colony down. And he's wasting minerals. He should cancel this right now because there's no way he's going to be able to reinforce enough Zerglings to get that up to be able to do enough damage. So I'm trying to take this sunken colony down. There it goes down, and now I've taken even more of an economic advantage because he wasted the minerals to put up that sunken colony in my base, and now I feel like I'm really far ahead as far as economy goes. And I'm going to get my Zergling speed going, and then I actually do already have my Zergling speed going, and then I'm going to try to go into his base and kill him right now, because if he's trying to tech the spire really quickly, and I see that he's not trying to tech the spire, but I feel like I have too many Zerglings for him to deal with, and my reinforcements, I have 2 hatcheries right now, he only has 1, so I have twice the larvae he does. And these little Zergling battles in ZvZ are really, really important. He shouldn't have fought there, he should have ran. In ZvZ, when I end up 4 or 5 Zerglings ahead of him there, and I have 2 hatcheries, so I'm producing more and more Zerglings, and he's just losing Zerglings for no reason in that little battle there that happened. So that's really bad for him. If you're going to be going up against Zergling versus Zergling, you need to make sure of one of 2 things. Either you have better micro than the person, and you have about the same number of lings, or you have more lings than he does, so you're going to be able to kill his lings and take the advantage there slightly. So So here I'm producing off of 2 hatcheries, as I said. So I'm going to try to go kill him right now. He's getting his second base up as I scouted with my overlord there, as you can see on the mini map. And so I think he's going to be fairly behind, but he's trying to sunken up. And as far as ZvZ goes, sunkens at your natural don't help you out as much when you're not on a map like Python, where you can defend the choke fairly easily with 2 lings and just have the sunkens beat down my lings. And here I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him just because he's going to be able to reinforce. So I want to pull my zerglings back and just get a few more zerglings going. I mean, at first I took the advantage by having 2 hatcheries up. Now I'm going to get my lair up, and I already got my second or third hatchery coming right now. So I'm gonna have 3 hatcheries. He's gonna have 2. So I still have an advantage. So I'm gonna rally all my hatcheries outside of his base and just keep producing zerglings. And now I have enough to put up a spire. So I'm gonna take up all my drones off of gas. The reason I did that is because I want to have enough gas to put up a spire immediately if I need to do that. And I don't want to have to spend the time mining gas to do that. So I put those drones on gas to be able to get enough gas to be able to put up a spire immediately if I need it. And so I'm just going to go back to producing zerglings right now. And the purpose of this build, is to put him on the defensive. I mean, he has to dedicate money to sunkens, he has to dedicate money to zerglings, so he's not going to be able to get his spire up. And even if he is, he still has to be dedicating to zerglings and defense, because if he gets his spire up and gets 2-3 mutas out, how's that going to help him against 40 zerglings rushing it to his base? And he's on the defensive right now, putting up sunkens everywhere. And so I'm going to go in right now. I think I can get past those sunkens, and he wasted a lot of minerals on those sunkens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out his zerglings here, and then I'm going to run past the sunkens and basically make them worthless. So now all that money he spent on the sunkens, which is about 400 minerals he spent, means absolutely nothing because I'm in his main base tearing it up. And right now he's basically lost the game. I mean, there's nothing he could do to defend against these zerglings inside of his base, and the reason for that is because he made too many sunkens and too few zerglings. He needed to keep making zerglings, and he needed to use the sunkens to screen for the zerglings, not the other way around. Don't use the zerglings to screen for the sunkens because zerglings do more damage. So yeah, here I've taken the advantage. I got his spawning pool down, and he's pretty much lost the game. I'm gonna take his lair down as well, and he got his spire up there, as I saw. So I'm gonna put my drones back on gas so I can get my spire. And then here he GG's and doesn't leave, and I don't understand that. I mean, if you're gonna GG, then you need to leave. That's just bad manners. But not pay attention too much to that. He's lost the game here. There's nothing he can do. He's trying to get that spire up so he can get mutas out to my base, but I'm going to be putting my spire up as well. It's going to be a little bit late, but if I need to, I just make a good amount of scourges instead of mutas, and scourges come out faster, obviously, to defend. And that's what this build is about. It's about scourges and lings, pretty much. Scourges to defend against his mutas and lings. And here I went in to try to take out some drones and see if he had his second gas up, or if he had that gas up, but he doesn't. So he's in a lot of trouble right now. All I'm going to be doing is trying to go into his base and kill him with these zerglings. If that fails, then I'm just going to be building more mutas than him, because I have 3 hatcheries and he only has 1 right now. So he's basically lost the game here. And here I'm going to use a little bit of ling micro and go into his base and try to kill him. Basically send all my lings in and then pull a group of them ahead of the sunken and try to get a good surround going. So here, grab that group, pull them ahead, get a surround going on some of the sunkens. That other group, pull them to the side, and those sunkens are going to go down and he's dead. So this is GG right here.